somebody else having attention, they always want to have attention. So they always do something to get attention. Or maybe by being a chatterbox in the sense that they talk, just be talking. When I was in secondary school, we used to have this boy. To an extent, he was funny, but what I noticed about him is he didn't know when to turn off the tap. Yeah, because he always wanted, he sits at the back seat. And one day I actually asked him, if you always want to be seen like this, why not sit at the front seat? Because you get up, you come to the front of the class and start disturbing everybody with noise and unnecessary joke and stuff like that. Yeah, you could be funny, but at the same time you are overcompensating. Like you want people to notice you, and you believe that the only way people can notice you
is to talk.
And exactly.
Sometimes to talk out of point.
That is also a sign. Then there's another sign that people also miss, which is pride. Right. Yeah, and I know people will like wonder, how will you say pride is a sign of low? When this is the nature of man is such that if he has a problem and he wants to compensate for that problem using shortcuts, he tends to overcompensate. That's the reason why a poor man who wants to be rich immediately will either go into dirty means to make the money, and we don't want to do the process. We don't want to go through the process. Yeah. Sometimes people who have confidence issue do not want people to see them as people who have confidence issue, so they replace it with pride. For instance, when we talk about being sensitive to criticism, I have experienced people that you try to tell them something, and I tell you who you be to tell me who you be for this, who you be for the kingdom. When you take home here, that is, you have confidence issue. When you just like pride is your defense mechanism, because humans tend to have defense mechanism for their shortcoming. It's just like sorry to say so. There are a lot of people who have issues with, I don't want to call it issues, but they are not blessed with height. They are not blessed with height. You see them when they are in public, they are most times they are the voracious type. They are the loud ones that jump around, dance around, because they are trying to overcompensate. They want to be seen, they want to be noticed.
See, I remember one time somebody told me, he said, "You look like a broom." Like, why would you compare me?
Because you are thin.
He said, "I look like a broom."
Yeah, but good question. I will tell you something that my parents, I think my parents, even if my parents too sometimes say certain things when we were younger, but there were certain things they used to tell me, especially when I report to them that this person said this about me. Like if when I was younger, probably when I was your age also, I was like broom.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I would not forget that there was the time we were praying for Ita Sport, and I was part of the athletes that were running, and people from the side were screaming, "Hey, Aguele won't break, Aguele won't break." And when I told my mom asked me, "Did you break?" I said, "No." So why is it bothering you?
We'll quickly go on the break, and when we come back, we will continue with the topic.
All right.
Stay tuned.
At DSAG Engineering and Services, we anticipate, manage, and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +23 4807 254 8724. DSAG Engineering and Services, anticipate, manage, deliver.
Welcome back from that break. In case you're just tuning in, we have been talking about how to deal with low self-esteem, and Mr. Lawrence here have been giving us very interesting opinion on how to deal with low self-esteem.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Before we move on,
Okay.
like, let me just add that low self-esteem is one of the major cause of leadership failure we have in Africa today, where we have leaders that don't listen, leaders that are only prone to doing what they think is best. Nobody advised them. They are very they are terrible at handling criticism. There is no opposition. If you are the president, everybody should be in your political party.
The thing is, sometimes when you go online and say something about the president, 2 seconds, police don't reach out.
You understand? It's going to pick you. So if you are a president or you're a national leader and this sounds like you know you have low self-esteem. Let's continue.
Okay, so tell me, how do you deal with people with low self-esteem?
Well, I think one of the major challenges people, that is, meeting a professional would be best. The reason, the reason why I would recommend that is they are trained to do all this kind of thing, because some of the things that are needed to handle it, people don't generally have that skill. Like, for instance, we say to listen to somebody without judging the person.
Me, I go judge you.
Yeah, you understand. So it takes a level of
judge you.
It takes a level of knowledge, know-how, and experience to. I don't judge people when I listen to them. I can vouch for that one. That okay, everybody has a right to their experience. So you listen to the person without judging. When we mean listen, like whatever situation you find yourself in with the person who has issue with, do not always be quick to pass judgment on the person.
Okay, I will not pass judgment to you, but I will listen, and deep down I'll be like, wow, so you can do this.
And so meaning if the thing, you cannot help somebody except it's from a place of honesty. That's the truth, because many of it requires a lot of effort, and if you are not honest about wanting to help the person, you would just do it haphazardly and go. But I think another thing you could do is you always words of affirmation and encouragement. Unfortunately, somebody who has low self-esteem needs affirmation. It's just how it is. Yeah, you could do that for yourself. You could put yourself in relationships where people could do that for you.
And at the same time, too, you could like celebrate your little wins.
Yeah, celebrate. That is if your situation can allow you win anything at all.
No, like for instance, like in an office setting, and you know this person is like dealing with low self-esteem. When the person does something nice, you can just say, oh, this thing you did, I liked it, keep it up. Now, you get that thing alone, it can build the confidence of the person.
Yeah, but I need to state here that in a work environment, it's not the job of your boss to manage your low self-esteem. The job of your boss is to make sure you get results. And if you don't get results, if your boss is tired, he will tell you to go home. We need to understand that, right? So that should not be misconstrued. Fine, the boss could have that patience, but there is a limit, because you're on salary. You are costing the man money, you're costing the woman money. So that should not be, because another way low self-esteem can be handled if you are working with people who have low self-esteem is to affirm the efforts, not just results. But the problem, if we take that like that, it will mean you have a bunch of workers who are just putting efforts and there is no results. And because you do not want to hurt their self-esteem, and you now, oh, well done, no, at least you try. It does not make sense for a business. That is why initially I say meet a therapist. Don't give somebody else's work to somebody else. But if outside work, maybe church, social gathering, a gathering where a lack of result is not going to impact turnover, you could affirm efforts. You can encourage or remind people of what their strengths are and devalue their weaknesses, or like reduce their weaknesses. Then also be patient. This goes both ways. The person who has somebody with low self-esteem in his life, and the person who has identified that he has a problem with his esteem, he needs to be patient. He needs to be patient. I am where I am today is a product of almost 5 years of consistent positive talk and environment. Like after when I finished school, I was not this confident in myself. Yeah, as a graduate, I doubted myself a lot. I could hardly even stand to talk to people at that time. Could hardly, despite the fact that I was tall, I could hardly talk to people. I was working in an office where I had to attend to people every day. Initially, I struggled because I could not look at their face, and a lot of times people took advantage of me. I remember I worked in a music studio then in Benin, and the owner just employed me with that salary. I was just...
So you were doing free job?
I knew I should be paid, but I did not know how to ask this man to pay me. Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad for me. I knew I should be paid. I didn't know how to ask the man to pay me. So it got to a point that I started getting side gigs and keeping the money for myself.
It's better than you know.
But that's a testament to who I was when I left school. So it took about 4 years of being in the right environment with the right people who taught the right things, did the right things, and kind of developed me. Then the friendship, I made friends with people who are not just confident in themselves, that could rub their confidence in you. I used to have a friend that anything you tell him, you say, okay, me I could die now. They just say, bros, if I just buy a car now, okay, me I afford and die because you buy a car. Like there is nothing you do that is. What's just my on this side?
I have a friend.
And it gradually rubbed on me.
Till now, if I call this girl to tell her that somebody said something about me, it's paining me, instead of her to say words that will like, no reason like that, she will join the person, like she will add pepper, salt, Maggi, everything. And you will just start regretting. I wish I know I could not just call this girl.
Yeah, so it is important, if you find yourself like in such situation, put yourself in an environment that would help you. That guy might not know, but that guy helped me a lot, because I noticed there was nothing that phases this guy. My father too is like that. I still remember growing up, if I tell my dad, Dad, this is what you pay school fees, we say, okay, I've heard. I will not hear from him for the next 1, 2, 3 months. It's when he has money, he has money. If he doesn't have, he will only tell you, yeah. And his body, because I have seen parents that when they start to pay school fees, you see it in their body language. Yeah. This man,
he didn't care.
It's not like he doesn't care, but it doesn't bother, like it doesn't allow it bother him. It doesn't allow it bother him. So you start learning how to be, the world is unbothered by external things that you have no immediate control. I think that's what someone told me then. He said, why do you bother yourself over something you cannot do anything about? What do you want to do about it? Can you do anything about it? If the answer is no, so why are you bothered?
So why are you bothered?
So you find yourself in the right association with people and be patient. It takes time. Then another thing that you should not do is you should not dismiss your feeling. Don't dismiss it. That it's like your friend that you spoke about. What she was doing was dismissing your feeling. At that point, she probably should have spoken positive.
Exactly.
So you was
okay. Let me give you an instance. Remember, I said somebody told me that I look like a broom. I go home.
That broom matter.
Before we go, I go home, and I was thinking about it. Like, so I look like a broom, that kind of thing. I called a friend of mine, and I was like, "Oh, this was what somebody said about me." And the person said, "Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Like, you are pretty."
But do you believe you look like broom?
Person to come now.
No, you yourself, do you think you look like broom?
I don't know.
That's the point I'm making. When you need, I think I should add is that you need to actually define yourself first as a person before you allow people to define you.
Okay.
Before you develop a definition for yourself. Develop
like self-confidence.
Not just self-confidence. Title yourself before they title you.
Noted.
Like this is for young people who have not found themselves in that place. Before you go into a relationship, because that's where all the nuts and bolts start breaking and becomes difficult to handle, because somebody's go and start dating before you have sense. Then after that, everything has jabaru. Before you go and put your life in somebody's hand, have something. Like,
know your worth.
Know who you are first of all before you go out there, because it's a dangerous place out there to just throw yourself there. So don't dismiss feelings. Don't compare them to others. Don't force positivity. Don't. It's not by. Don't. If the positive talk did not come, then don't force it. Then it is more about how you make them feel when they are around you. Small, consistent action. Then for people generally, I think one habit, one character people should learn is how to take criticism. Everybody is not the same. Everybody do not want to be treated the same. I got criticized yesterday by somebody. Like, what do you mean I'm above criticism? Yeah, I got criticized yesterday by somebody, and what she told me, I saw it. Because if there's anything I like telling myself is I'm very self-aware. And when she told me this is how you are, I saw it. I agreed, yes, this is how I am. And it should be worked on. So change starts from that. If you do not like the fact that your confidence level is low, then you first of all need to agree that you have a confidence problem. Then start working on it. Yeah. It is a thing that is built in bits. Something that somebody from childhood to adulthood has developed. It's not a switch that you're just going to turn off immediately. No, it's going to take a while. So you need to understand that little things that you do, little things that people around you do, would affect you.
And another thing I would want people to know is you having low self-esteem and being around with people that always agree to everything you say. Like when you talk down on yourself, they just agree. And not true now. I think you should like try to avoid people like that.
Yeah.
Avoid people like that. Who would always agree to your decision that you are not good enough, you are not lovable. I've just avoid people like that so you can grow.
Great.
Yeah. So we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we will talk about how to overcome low self-esteem.
At DSAG Engineering and Services, we anticipate, manage, and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +2 34807-254-8724. DSAG Engineering and Services, anticipate, manage, deliver.
Welcome back. Before we went on that break, we talked about the definition of low self-esteem and then the causes, and also how to know people who have low self-esteem, or how to know if you have low self-esteem. And now we'll be looking at how to build your self-esteem, or how to overcome low self-esteem. And there are so many ways to overcome low self-esteem, and one of them is identify you have a problem. Like, identify the problem.
Yeah, identify the problem, and at the same time, surround yourself with people that support you.
Yeah.
It is very, very vital to surround yourself with people who would want to build you. And like, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. I know I have low self-esteem, and I have been working on it too. Recently, I started hanging out with a friend of mine, sometimes when I talk, the way this guy looks at me, I'm like, Faith, don't say that. Don't say that about yourself. You get, so anytime I'm around him, he makes me myself.
That you are valuable. You're very
exactly. Another thing I also learn to do is anybody giving me negative vibes, I just choose to stay away. Let me give that person distance. I remember something.
But you know, negative vibe. When you say negative vibe, if it is good to walk away from people that give you negative vibe, but then it's also important to know that through those people you can be able to identify some things that are actually problematic, like that are actually a problem to you. You might not understand from, like, if in your own perspective you feel that, oh, this is actually good, I'm good like this. But when those people highlight it, you'll be able to work on yourself. It is good to walk away from people with negative vibe, but then it is also good to pay attention to what they are saying.
Yeah, so you can use
so you can work on yourself.
Let me tell you something. See what happened to me some months back? Let me not say some months back. It happened to me. I found myself in a funny kind of relationship. And after some time, I don't know, from the relationship it went, something happened.
Okay.
And I was no longer getting the attention I used to.
So you're actually an attention seeker at that time?
I like attention. So I was no longer getting the attention I used to. And I started having this vibe that I think there's someone in the picture already. At that point, I started feeling I wasn't good enough. I will call this person and I will be crying.
Like, I think that's why it's important for you to practice self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, it will surely show at the end of the day, especially when you are into a relationship.
And the thing is the way you place yourself. Yes. That is how they will also see you.
So the way you want to be viewed, you should carry yourself like that. If you want to be seen as a royalty, you need to behave like one. You cannot expect someone to treat you like royalty when you treat yourself like trash, like you treat yourself like a garbage. You feel that you're not important. And then someone from somewhere will just say, oh, my princess, my queen. And then the person just be busting your bubbles and all. And when the person decides not to say it at some point, what we are saying in essence is that love yourself. We've been able to
associate yourself with people that align with your value.
Yes. Everyone has a goal in life. So always associate with people whose goals align with yours.
And at the same time, to challenge yourself from every negative voice telling you that you're not good enough. My dear, you are good.
Everyone has an inner voice, but then those people that have low self-esteem, theirs is usually very, very hostile. So ensure you get rid of that hostile voice. Replace it with a positive one. Say positive words to yourself. Like in the morning, you can just wake up and look at the mirror. That's why it's very good that you get a mirror in your house. Get a mirror, look at yourself and say, this is me. Let me use myself as an example. You can say, I, Juliet, I am a winner, I'm not a loser, I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I am smart. Like, you just be saying positive things. Though I'll fail at some point, but I am not a failure. There is room for improvement. I'm going to do better. Just be assuring yourself, like, affirming those positive words, because it has a way, it does something to your brain.
Exactly.
It does something to your brain. There was a time I went to school. I was in school. That was in secondary school. I think we just finished writing exam, and then my friend was like, I was singing, because one thing about me,
you like singing,
even though I don't have the nice voice that some people have, but I'm the kind of person that loves singing, and I don't really care about what you think about my voice. So at that point in time, she was like, Juliet, what are you singing? What kind of song is that? Look at your voice. And I don't know what happened. Like, something just came up, and I was like, that's my voice. I love it. And I love it like that. Like, I won't change it for anybody. That's the voice God gave me. So I will accept it like that. And I'm so proud of it, even if sometimes I sing through my nose. So, yes, it's normal. for me, I do think through my nose sometimes. The thing is, I was able to identify the problem on time, and secondly, I was able to defend myself. No, I didn't mean when she made that statement, I just kept like,
and you started thinking about
next time she'll be like, Juliet that always thinks with her nose. Like, it will not be like an attacker point. Like, she already knows where to get to me and how I would react. So what I'm saying is, ensure that you know yourself. Say positive words to yourself. Early in the morning when you wake up, go to your mirror, say positive words. All this positive affirmation, it does a lot to your brain.
And at the same time too, my dear, limit comparison.
Yes.
You go die, you.
Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself, especially when, you know, we are in a social media age where a lot of things happen. Some people, they like to compare themselves with what is going on social media. They forget that social media life is an edited version. Yes. Funnily enough, those people they compare themselves to, or they compare themselves with, they've forgotten that there was a time in their life, or there was a point in their life where they actually experienced struggle and all before they came into limelight. And sometimes some of them, they've not even come into limelight. They are still struggling. They are just trying to bring that fake life, like fake life kind of vibe to pepper them. In Nigeria, we call it pepper them. Like, you want to pepper them, you want to show them that you are arrived, you are doing well for yourself. If you should go to their houses to check, you know that there is nothing there. Yes. So do not compare yourself to people, because it's possible that you're even better than those people. Yes. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself.
See, you see this social media thing, there is a way it affects though. I remember sometimes there was a point in time in my life where I was like going through social, like before I used to be active on Facebook. Now you will not see me on Facebook, because anytime I just enter Facebook, this one is getting married, this one not born, when this one take the apple, and you are just there. Then the next thing, you start having this feeling of, is it that I'm not good enough? Because sometimes I do think, how do you find a man that you love the man to the extent you are getting married to that man? How you take the apple? I want to know.
That's why they say there is time for everything. Even twin, like their destinies differ.
Yeah.
Even if they come out from the same womb, their destinies differ. You don't expect, okay, because A has made it, B is yet to make it. You will not say B is a failure. No, B is not a failure. Just that it hasn't gotten to B's time. When it gets to its time, it might even do better than A. Exactly. So don't compare yourself. And another thing is set boundaries. Let's set boundaries. Yeah. You're not comfortable with something, speak up. Don't just swallow everything. There's an idiom that says you swallow it hook, line, and sinker. Just swallow everything the way it is. You don't just want to talk because you feel that if you talk, you might not be heard. Like nobody wants to listen to you based on maybe because of the home you came out from, or because of the environment you've been to, or because of the people that you've related with over time. But then always ensure you set boundaries. If you are in the middle of a conversation and you feel disrespected, you can just say, I do not like that, or I'm not comfortable with that. You saying it does not mean that you are disrespectful. It actually shows that you have boundaries, and there are some things that you like, there are some things that you don't like. So when you say that, people will learn to respect your boundaries. They will.
And so another thing you should also learn to do, take care of yourself. How you look, how you present yourself, how you talk.
Yes.
Yeah, take very good care of yourself. Don't let one son of man somewhere to start making you look wretched.
Behave the way you want to be addressed. Behave well. Dress well.
Dress well.
Talk well, like speak well, dress properly. Because most times people tend to judge us by our look first. Before they get to know us on a personal level, the first thing that comes to people's mind is how you look. Yes. So it's crucial that you take care of yourself. outward appearance matters, same way the inward appearance matters. But before people will get to know you on a personal level, they would like to judge you from your outward appearance. And also, do not anchor your worth in values. Sorry, anchor your worth in values, not approval. What this means is that do not tie your value to what people have to say about you. That if somebody don't say, you are doing well, you assume that you are not doing well. And when they don't say it, it reduces your self-esteem as each day goes by. So anchor your own worth on your own value. Everybody has value. Everybody has something that they hold in high esteem. So your own worth, your mindset should be fixed on your value.
Exactly.
What kind of person? You should ask yourself, who do I want to become? Like, who do I want people to see me as? So that's where your mind should go, not you seeking approval from outsiders, because definitely people will get tired. Even a mother that gives birth to a child, at some point, the mother will escalate, especially when the child is disturbing too much. The mother will be like, leave me alone. Can't you play outside? What I'm saying in essence is that if you continue to live your life on the basis of people's approval, it's going to affect you. So anchor your words in your values, not on people's approval. It's very, very important.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. I told you I was in some kind of relationship and I started feeling I wasn't loved, like I am not a lovable person. It was one fateful day and it was crazy because then, my dear, I didn't eat for like 3 days. I didn't eat for like 3 days because of somebody's son. Hey. I didn't eat for 3 days.
And the somebody's son was somewhere relaxing.
Enjoying life, my dear. Then one day.
What a word.
One day, I was sitting, I was doing something, and this voice just came like, you are not good enough. That was the exact word that I was hearing. And the next thing was, this person that is even making me feel this way, this is what I did for this person. I did this one, I did that one.
It was making you feel as if you had the problem.
Yes, and the next thing that came to my mind was, my dear, any man that is going to have me is going to be one lucky man. I just told myself.
Just know that you are lucky. Like, you're a lucky person. You are good. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're all. So next time when somebody tells you are not good enough, you can say, I'm still growing, and that's okay. Meaning you've identified the problem and you are making efforts to work on yourself to become better. And
in conclusion, if the issue is getting very serious, please go and see a therapist.
Exactly.
Go.
One who specializes in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Yes.
So, do you have any final words to say before we call it today?
Okay, like I said before, do not pay attention to what people have to say about you. Rather, your own value, your anchor should be on your own value. Like, focus on yourself. Practice self-love. Always make positive affirmations each time you wake up. Value yourself, love yourself, make yourself a priority. Don't ever feel less of yourself. It's very, very crucial.
That's nice. And that's all on today's episode on This Just Me. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platform, like, share, and subscribe. You can watch us on the go via our app, accessible on Android Play Store. I am Adeze Thompson.
And I am Juliet Ogemoyi. Thanks for staying with us.
Bye.
Until next time.
Yeah.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Welcome to St. Augustine's College, Ogara, Delta State, Nigeria.
8 years of academic excellence doesn't just come as a good Nollywood film. It has been a step-by-step rise in academic achievements with back-to-back outstanding performances in both our junior and senior secondary school certificate examinations. Even so, we strive for constant growth, hence our motto which says, "The soul grows by learning." Education is the art and science of learning, and an academic success is achieved by training the mind to reach above its potential. We here at St. Augustine's College also help in training the body through a variety of sporting activities. We have a standard and fully functional volleyball court, football field, badminton court, and a few others which are promoted for co-ed practice. As we all know, intelligence and smarts have often been argued as to which is most important. Well, whichever side you are on, know that you have the full support of St. Augustine's College, Ogara, Delta State, as we provide indoor games which require tactical thinking, such as chess, a mathematical approach to checkers, an educational game like Scrabble, and few others such as snakes and ladders and cards, which helps to ease the stress of workload over the weekend.
And that is not all.
Here, students are taught spiritual, moral, and academic values. While we strive for academic excellence, we do not neglect the spiritual life of our students. In the chapel, the Catholic Mass, prayers, and other spiritual agenda carried out. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and in our refectory, which is always clean, students are served nutritious meals at every point in time. Our school medic is available 24/7, and we have a very comfortable sick bay. In addition to this, we have a variety of laboratories, such as the Home Economics Laboratory, where students are taught various crafts, such as photography, sewing, and cooking, which help them in the outside world. In the Computer Laboratory, students are taught to be technologically smart. In the Science Laboratory, students carry out physics, chemistry, and biology practicals under the supervision of qualified teachers who break down ambiguous concepts into simpler concepts. The school library is equipped with books which are carefully selected to help each child in their academic journey. Our school is also a center for WAEC, NECO, and GCE examinations, and we have zero tolerance for examination malpractice.
St. Augustine's College, Ogara, is the place to be. Why don't you join this big, great family of ours, where every child is guaranteed to thrive? For more information on the college, you could dial these numbers: 091-699-73723, 091-699-73728, and 091-699-73729. St. Augustine's College, Ogara.
The soul grows by learning.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Welcome to another episode of On the Couch. Today I have the first guest name. But before I introduce my guest, my topic is or the question, I'm asking a question, whether that's going to answer me. Why do Nigerians have double standards? Why do Nigerians like to, why do Nigerians prefer to do menial jobs abroad, but it's almost, in short, it's an abominable act, or almost an abominable act of them to do those menial jobs here in Nigeria. So for instance, so many people do not like to work in work. So many people don't like to, clean toilets. They don't like to, do sexy, quote unquote, sexy jobs here in Nigeria. But, when they get abroad, you see them rushing or, wanting to do those jobs. So I had to speak to this amazing guest. Please join me on the couch while we dissect this matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join me as I welcome Mr. Lawrence to the house. Hi,
Good. Make way.
Hi, Mr. Lawrence.
Hey, Mara. Good to be here.
Welcome to my couch.
Yeah, thank you for having me on your couch today.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for being honest, joining me on my couch. So let's dissect this rhetorical question. Why do Nigerians like to, or why do they prefer to do menial jobs abroad than here in Nigeria? What's the take on that?
Okay, if I understand the topic generally, I think it's twofold. There's the double standard part of it, and there's also the part of menial jobs. I like the menial jobs abroad.
Yeah.
In Nigeria. I'll give you a very simple answer to that. There was this statement that says it's better to be a good man in heaven than to be a prince.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nigeria is not a Nigeria is not a work by the hour economy.
Okay.
Most organizations, including government organizations, pay monthly. Nigerians' minimum wage is barely minimum for survival. I think the minimum wage for Nigeria, according to the federal government now, is 77,000, right? 77,000 naira in 2025. So that is for a month. So if you do the math now, you divide 77,000 naira by 30. What do you get? What do you get? Let's do the math. 77,000
naira divided by
30, yeah.
We have 2,566 naira.
So that's what you earn a day. And if you divide that by 8, we're assuming 8 working hours a day.
Yeah. 320 naira, 0.8.
So if you're going to work hourly in Nigeria, you're getting like 400 naira every hour. So in 10 hours, you get 4,000 naira. So you see where the problem is. Our minimum wage is barely minimum. So, and aside that, if you now decide to say, okay, let's make employment hourly, right? So let's pay people by the hour. Then companies will now be forced to make, if you're somebody earning 100,000 naira a month, it's low, but at least it sounds a little bit attractive.
Yeah.
Compared to say, come and work, I will pay you 300 naira an hour. What are you going to do with 300 naira? So we are not there yet economically. I do not think it's because, especially in the private sector, because I've had interaction with a lot of owners of private business, particularly new generation private business, those who just started their business now, especially those who even grew their business from the trenches. They want to pay, they are paying as much as they can pay. And so we are just not there yet. Now, for the choice of work, why somebody would now prefer to go abroad and be cleaning restroom and toilet, is because there is a thing, and I told somebody this thing, there is a thing with the mind. There's a thing with the mind. You are in your home. You grew up here. you live among friends. The amount of, unconsciously, the amount of effort you put in your hustle, you can't compare with the amount of effort you put in your hustle if you live here. Because when you live here now and go to another city, your mind tells you the reason why I'm in this city is to hustle. So you are totally dedicated, overly dedicated to your hustle. So when Nigerians travel abroad, most Nigerians travel, not most, every Nigerian travel abroad to hustle. They know they left family at home. They know they have mouths to feed. They know they have to, and now you can't be living abroad as a Nigerian, and your people in Nigeria know you are living abroad, and you complain that you don't have money. They are not serious. You understand? So when they get there, pride goes away.
And then that's when you now know that there's dignity in labor.
They will dig their heel down and they will,
Honestly,
and they will walk.
When they see the bills that they have to pay,
Exactly. They have to do
running
it.
shoot for So you mean all this jackpot syndrome? I feel Nigerians, when they get there and they see that there's no white collar job here, or well there is or there are, but
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not for, like you said, it's not for everybody. So it's easier to get these menial jobs first, at least start with, because you have to pick your.
I know master degree holders outside the country that are stock clerks. They are working as stock.
But they will never do that here.
No, they won't do that here. They have masters now.
And also, do you think Nigerian employers, I beg your pardon, is also, they are also part of the reason why? Because I've heard or seen a scenario where people tell you, or employers tell you, this person is qualified for this job. Are you the customer care for this person? I cannot employ the master's degree holder to be on customer. So do you think owners of businesses in Nigeria also?
No, I don't. I won't totally blame on our business. I have applied for jobs several times, and there is one thing. A lot of there is a big lacuna. There's a big space between somebody leaving university and entering the job market. Nigerians are not prepared for that. There is no system, even the youth service that we go to, for some reason, either because the trainings they give are not presented in an interesting enough way, or for some reason, because I know even NYC, they try sometimes to do this kind of training. But at the end of the day, a lot of people do not know that when you are applying for a job, you are applying for the job. Nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares. So the problem you have is you see Dangote publishes for driver, for instance. Then you have a master's degree, but you don't have a job. And you now feel, okay, if you add your master's degree to your resume or your CV, you'll be looked at favorably. The problem is the person the place you're applying to understand value. They understand value. They see a master's degree holder, and the guy that I'm looking for, I cannot employ masters now. I'll be paying him this money.
Yeah.
So they say you're overqualified. If you desperately need that job, you won't have masters for you. Maybe sometime later when they tell you, oh, I'm looking for accountants. And I'm an accountant, so I have a master's degree in social accounting and those kind of things. So for that, I think it's just a lot of people do not want to apply for jobs. Want to apply for jobs. That is basically the reason. Now for those traveling abroad, one of the major things I see at some point is Nigeria got so tough, people just wanted to get out.
I think Nigeria is still tough.
Yeah, it's still tough. It's still tough, but the difference now is the realization that getting out is not the solution for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because the amount to get out is crazy. It's not crazy.
As much as just remaining
the amount to get out is not crazy. So, but at some point, people just wanted to leave without even thinking of what they are going there to do.
But it's so funny. Imagine living comfortably here, but for 1 or 2 reasons, you just feel like you cannot get to money to leave, and then you now sell off almost all your property. Just to get, you that you're comfortable here, you now start starting to contracts abroad, they now see yourself doing menial jobs, doing toilet, cleaning mall,
And you know what is worse? Many of these countries understand the game now.
yeah.
So when you get there, like the UK for instance, before if you're in the UK and doing menial job, you could survive and still send money home. But now most of these countries are so crafty that they try to make sure all you earn is spent there. Whether by way of tax or the bills and everything. Like countries where the government supply all your needs according to their riches. When the country supply all your needs, it becomes difficult for you to save because that supply is not free. You have to pay. So that is where the trick is that many of these countries, but a lot of Nigerians, we don't know, we just rush into it.
Yeah, but for Nigerians are also smart. Nigerians are also smart to say, okay, so that's why I think that's why you now have so many Nigerians that want to go to many states so that they can make everything manageable.
Yes, some countries' government now says no. You cannot work with past more than so amount a week. Hours a week. So it is sad, it is unfortunate. But I do not think it's the issue there is not the standard.
Well, okay, so what do we call it now? You say,
Condition make rich men.
So why condition make rich men when you say Nigeria?
Condition make rich men.
Oh my God.
Do you know that we've had popular actors? I know an actor who was a successful actor, at least successful in the terms of the world of he has featured in a lot of movies. Or he's a security guard. In fact, I even know a musician who was popular. That is does security in the UK.
Really? Right now?
Yeah, the security man in the UK. This other guy, I'm trying to remember his name.
So now, what do you think might have caused that? Because that person, like you said, was kind of successful here. But then, is it currently or before now?
Before now.
Okay, before now. Okay.
No, they move out, and they cannot. Like for instance, we had acts like LD the Don, Too Short. I don't know if you remember somebody called Too Short.
Yeah.
I watched an interview that he did with maybe Stage. Yeah, I think it was Stage. But even the Stage 2 is not in Nigeria. He too has left the country. He's doing his podcast from the abroad there. And Too Short literally said he went from 100 to 0. Because he crashed. So whatever he had left, he gathered it together and went to America and started again. And it was easier for him to start again. Because Nigeria is, I don't want to sound like I'm swearing for my country. but Nigeria is a country that there's a lot of Nigeria is blessed. Yeah? Nigeria is blessed, but doors to assess certain things. It's easy to find, but not easy to open.
Okay.
You can get to the door, but opening it is not easy. You might expect that, like for instance, somebody can tell you, somebody can on paper tell you, I'll open a business, I'll open one shop, I'll start selling clothes. In 2 months' time, I will have 10 customers. And you are there like 6 months. Nobody has come to ask, Apa, what do you do for here? So it is tricky in Nigeria. It's not very easy in Nigeria to do certain things. And because Nigeria is a country where wealthy people are extra wealthy, and wealthy people are extra wealthy, a small man can set up his business in one corner. And the extra wealthy just come and do like 5 of the business he's doing and take everything away. So it's easier for people to just go abroad and start afresh, so to speak.
Okay, we have a lot to say, but we need to go on this big break. Welcome back from that really short break. Before before we went into the break, we're still talking about Nigerians and double standards, and we trashed the aspect of Nigerians preferring to do menial jobs abroad as a being limited here. We feel it's almost an economic access to living here, but you glorify age and to get abroad. So I have to mean to you. I'm not going to tell you now. I'm not going to show them to you now. I have a mean to be very superb and a very good guest. Oh yeah. So on this second part of the of this show, we're going to be talking about the double standards part now, where I feel like Nigerians are double faced. They are two faced. Why do they like this and they don't like that in some weird cases? On the Couch is a conversational show where we get to speak our opinions. It's unscripted. We just relax, we just gist, and we talk about almost anything. Nation, what's happening in nations, to relationships, to lifestyle, to anything that's happening, just and talk about it. If you want to be my guest, please reach out. You can always reach out to us on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube, you can watch us anywhere. You can reach us, send your opinions or your comments on our social media pages. You can send us a WhatsApp message or a text message, anyhow you want it to be done for you. And this segment is open for sponsorship. Please reach out to us for sponsorship, and you can also go on the business app with us. We will be more than glad to get back to you. So yeah, now I can introduce my guest. Hi guys, me, Mr. Lawrence. Hi, Mr. Lawrence.
Hi, Maro.
The second side.
Yay!
Okay, so Mr. Lawrence, what do you think? Let's trash celebrities now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here in Nigeria, let's say we don't really adore our celebrities like that.
No, we do.
We do adore our celebrities. Or, okay.
Not to see if you are behaving well.
Yes, if you are behaving well in Nigeria, we adore you or worship you, kind of. But, abroad, anything any celebrity does abroad is correct. Whatever any celebrity does abroad or do abroad, Nigerians will glorify it and kind of make it seem right. So, what do you think? Do you think that makes Nigerians double-sided or double-standard? Do you think that makes Nigerians look like they have double standards?
I think the issue of hero worship in Nigeria, it's just became more serious now. Before we kind of pay attention to what we are doing, but now it's more of the individual, because I've seen takes of people who, regardless of what the person does, they will always find a way to defend it. Like for instance, this one we were talking about what the president's wife did to the governor of the state. I did not mention him. I just said president and governor of the state. I said some people would not have issues with that because it's the president's wife, right? Now, if another person was the president and his wife does that, let's say good luck Jonathan Patient, Jonathan did that, these same people will have issue with it.
Yeah.
Nigeria are politically, Nigerians are generally, naturally double standard in everything we do. It's our default state to be two-faced when it comes to what we want or what we don't want. It all depends on who is dictating the tune. Exactly. Depends on the who. Right?
The who.
Exactly. We are in this country where a certain big artist and his goons or his guys or bodyguard shot somebody. People defended it. Right? And these same people would go against kidnappers. This same of their artists, once upon a time, kidnapped somebody allegedly. People defended it. So our decisions are based on individuals. We gradually, a lot of Nigerians have gradually started losing And when I mean all of Nigeria, I mean a lot of Nigerians on the social media space. I like to assume that the notion of this double standard is coming from the social media space. I do not think that grounded Nigerians who are not big in social media have that problem. Yeah, I think this influence of community influence on people has made it such that people no longer think for themselves. They follow the comment before their own, and they give their comment. They look at the person